Ever feel like men are just after one thing? It's a common thought, right? You go on a date, it seems to go well, and then bam, the conversation steers in a direction that makes you think, here we go again. It's frustrating, and it can make you wonder if genuine connection is even possible. For years, we've heard this narrative. Men are simple, driven by one primary biological urge. But what if I told you that's a massive oversimplification? What if that belief is actually getting in the way of finding the deep, meaningful relationship you're looking for? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this stereotype. We'll explore why so many women feel this way and, more importantly, why it's not the whole truth. Stick around, because understanding this could completely change your dating life. So, where does this idea even come from? A big part of it is biology, or at least how we've been taught to think about biology. The classic evolutionary psychology take is that men are wired to spread their seed to ensure their genes survive, while women are wired to be more selective because they have a higher investment in reproduction. This theory is everywhere in magazines, on TV, and even in some academic circles. It's a simple, tidy explanation. But human beings are anything but simple and tidy. While there's a kernel of truth in our biological drives, we're not just robots acting on ancient programming. We have complex emotions, a deep need for connection, and the ability to think beyond our most basic instincts. Reducing men to a single drive ignores everything else that makes them human. Then there's the cultural influence, which is huge. Think about how men are portrayed in movies and TV shows. How often do you see the male character whose main goal is just to score? It's a classic trope. James Bond, the sitcom Bachelor, the party-loving frat boy. These characters are entertaining, but they reinforce a one-dimensional view of masculinity. Media constantly bombards us with this image, and over time, it starts to feel like reality. On top of that, there's a phenomenon often called locker room talk, where some men might talk a big game around their friends to project an image of confidence or virility, even if it doesn't reflect how they truly feel or act in private. This social posturing creates a loud, but often misleading, public image of what men want. Personal experiences also play a massive role, and we can't ignore that. If you've had a string of bad dates or been in situations where men were pushy or disrespectful, it's completely understandable why you'd start to see a pattern. It's a protective mechanism. Your brain recognizes a potential threat based on past hurts and says, nope, been there, done that, not doing it again. These negative experiences are valid, and they create a powerful filter through which you see the world. When you've been burned, it's only natural to become wary of the fire. The problem is when this protective filter becomes so strong that it blocks out everything else, including the genuine guys who are also out there looking for a real connection. It's a tough cycle to break. So, we've talked about why you might think this way. Now let's flip the coin. What do men really want? Well, for a huge number of men, what they want looks surprisingly similar to what women want. They want companionship. They want someone to share their life with, to laugh with on the good days, and to lean on during the bad. They want a partner, a best friend, someone who gets them. Think about it. Loneliness doesn't pick a gender. The desire for a deep emotional bond is a fundamental human need, not a female one. Many men feel immense pressure to be strong and self-reliant, which can make it difficult for them to express their need for connection openly. But trust me, that need is there, and it's powerful. Beyond companionship, men crave respect and appreciation. This is a big one. They want to feel like their opinions matter. Their efforts are noticed, and they are valued for who they are, not just for what they can provide. In a relationship, a man wants to feel like a hero in his partner's eyes. This isn't about ego. It's about feeling seen and validated. When a man feels truly respected, it builds his confidence and makes him want to be an even better partner. He wants to know that you trust his judgment and admire his character. This feeling of being appreciated is often a far more powerful motivator for a man than a purely physical connection. It's the emotional fuel that makes him want to commit and invest in a long-term relationship. And yes, let's talk about physical intimacy. It is important to men. But here's the crucial distinction that often gets lost. For many emotionally mature men, sex isn't the goal. It's an expression of an already existing connection. It's about intimacy, closeness, and vulnerability. It's a way to deepen a bond that's already being built on a foundation of trust, respect, and emotional compatibility. When a man truly cares about you, physical intimacy becomes a part of the whole package, not the entire prize. The guy who is only after one thing is often looking for validation or a quick ego boost. The man who wants a real relationship sees sex as a beautiful way to connect with the person he already cherishes and wants to build a life with. The context is everything. So, how do we bridge this gap? How do you find the guys who want a real connection and filter out the ones who do you in? First, communication is key. Be clear and upfront about what you're looking for from the beginning. You don't have to lay out your entire life plan on the first date, but it's perfectly okay to say something like, I'm at a point in my life where I'm dating to find a meaningful, long-term relationship. This sets a clear expectation. A man who is looking for the same thing will respect your honesty and be glad you said it. A man who isn't will likely filter himself out, saving you both time and potential heartache. Don't be afraid of scaring someone off. The right person won't be scared. Next, pay attention to their actions, not just their words. Words are easy. Actions show true intent. Does he make an effort to plan thoughtful dates? Or is every suggestion a last-minute let's hang out? Does he ask you meaningful questions about your life, your dreams, and your fears? Does he listen when you talk and remember the little things? Does he introduce you to his friends? These are all signs of investment. A man who is genuinely interested in you as a person will invest his time, energy, and attention in getting to know all of you, not just the physical you. Consistency in his actions over time is the most reliable indicator of his intentions. Finally, and this is so important, trust your intuition but challenge your assumptions. Your gut feeling is a powerful tool, but it can also be influenced by past fears and biases. If you go into every interaction assuming the worst, you might subconsciously look for evidence to confirm that belief, and you'll always find it. Try to approach new people with a sense of cautious optimism. Give them a chance to show you who they are. Be a curious observer. Ask yourself, is this person showing genuine interest in me as a whole person? Am I enjoying my time with them? Instead of trying to guess their ultimate motive, focus on how they make you feel in the present moment. Believing that all men only want one thing is a self-limiting belief. It's a shield that might protect you from some hurt, but it also blocks you from finding the incredible love and connection you deserve. There are so many good men out there who want partnership, respect, and deep intimacy, just as much as you do. By shifting your perspective, communicating clearly, and observing actions, you can start to see them. You can navigate the dating world with more confidence and less frustration. It's not about being naive. It's about being wise, open, and hopeful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a new perspective to consider. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content on relationships and personal growth. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever felt this way, and what has your experience been? Let's continue the conversation. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.